This leads our bulletin. Witness C, a detective from the SAPS Gauteng counterintelligence operations, returned to the stand today, testifying remotely and off camera due to security concerns.
In his latest testimony, Witness C has revealed that on the day of Vusimuzi Cat Matlala's arrest in Midrand, the controversial businessman began name-dropping senior officials, including Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, claiming they were advising him.
The witness also alleged that Matlala sought protection from Mchunu and appeared visibly frustrated during a police raid on his property. Now, led by the Commission's evidence leader, Advocate Ofentse Motlhasedi, the testimony painted a picture of deep political interference. Witness C stated that Matlala was in constant communication with Minister Mchunu and had previously contributed 500,000 to Mchunu's alleged presidential campaign, including covering flights and accommodation for the ANC's January 8th celebrations.
We were talking now. Remember now, it is now myself, Witness A and Witness B. Witness A and Witness B were not present on the 6th of December 2024 when we did the raid. He started again telling us of his connections with the high-ranking officials of the SAPS, and also started name-dropping again and indicating that it was he was close to the minister, Mr. Senzo Mchunu, and the person named Brown Mokhotsi. As we go further, he even told us that he had been used by the Deputy National Commissioner, Lieutenant General Simbia, that he wanted to get through to our boss, which is Lieutenant General Kumalo, Dumisani Kumalo. They wanted to get through to Lieutenant General Kumalo through me and my commander who raided his house on the 6th of December. That is why there had been cases that he was persuaded to open.
All right, for more on this, we speak to SABC News senior reporter Kenny Mapanga, who's at the Bridget Mabandla Justice College in Pretoria. Good afternoon, Kenny. Quite a lot coming from Witness C today around the interview with Cat Matlala upon his arrest, among those being Cat Matlala's so-called relationship with Minister Senzo Mchunu, also the amounts that he would have paid to General Simbia. Just share with us some of what the Commission has heard today.
Indeed. Good afternoon to you, Fundo, and to the viewers at home. We've seen Witness C, that is the last of those detectives of organized crime that moved under the intelligence wing, that is going to elaborate, or rather has elaborated because he's finished his evidence, on the alleged experiences and interferences that came with investigating these alleged criminal cartels. Now, his evidence is largely from the lens of the arrest of Vusimuzi Cat Matlala, where we are now hearing again that it was another name-dropping exercise, but then it gives us further details which are quite a lot to digest on, because now we are dealing with the evidence relating to the Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, who is now on a leave of absence, and of course Lieutenant General Simbia, who also is under a stay-at-home order, if we could put it that way, in light of the 6th of May allegations. So what we're hearing about the May 2025 arrest of Vusimuzi Cat Matlala in relation to the attempted murder or conspiracy to murder, that is the former partner of his, Deboho Tobejane, that particular case, is that he was arrested in Midrand in May of 2025, and then of course just minutes after his, arrest, or when they stopped his convoy of vehicles that were heading in that direction, he name-dropped the name of the former police boss, that is Ria Piega, and alleged that he was at that home, or he was coming from that home, What follows then is that they take him to the Boksburg station, where he then gets processed, or the process is about to begin. And then, of course, more informal talks, which reveal further allegations to witness C, along with the other detectives that were there. We understand witness A and B were also present. And it is through those informal talks where they get a better sense of the alleged links between Vusimuzi Cat Matlala and several other high-ranking police officials, as well as the minister. We're now hearing evidence that directly, allegedly forms some kind of an alleged link between Brown Mkhotsi being the middleman, and then, of course, Police Minister Senzo Mchunu and Vusimuzi Cat Matlala. Essentially, what witness C is alleging is that this all relates to Mchunu's alleged presidential ambitions in the ANC, and that Vusimuzi Cat Matlala is one of those individuals that was funding that particular campaign for him to run for the ANC presidency. We're hearing amounts such as 500,000 being contributed towards that particular campaign. We're hearing them referring to the January 8th statement stating that Matlala said in those informal name-dropping talks just after his arrest that he allegedly paid for all of those accommodations, flights of the delegates of the police minister, who is now on a leave of absence, for them to attend that January 8th, when they were probed further, or rather witness C was probed further as to how these financial benefits relayed back to the minister. And he pointed to Brown Mkhotsi, the alleged associate of Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, being the alleged link between the two, stating that they would make the payments through various companies, such as that travel agency that was mentioned during the initial WhatsApp chats evidence that was presented by, I think it was Lieutenant General Khumalo, the intelligence boss, where it was shown that Vusimuzi Cat Matlala was making several payments to this travel agency to be received allegedly by Brown Mkhotsi, and then in turn be relayed to the police minister, Senzo Mchunu. And he all relates this back to this presidential campaign and the fact that Vusimuzi Cat Matlala was one of those individuals that was allegedly paying for that campaign. Now, Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya has also been roped in to these allegations in the informal talks held by Vusimuzi Cat Matlala following his arrest. And we're understanding there that there was an alleged financial benefit kind of relationship as well. But it seems that Vusimuzi Cat Matlala didn't get anything in return with respect to that. We're hearing that there is a Santon residence upon which Vusimuzi Cat Matlala allegedly dropped off money for Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya. We're hearing through the evidence of witness C that it was allegedly received by Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya, but he made sure that it didn't take place at the house, that he met him at the circle, and then he returned back to his residence. We're also hearing evidence that there is no paper trail of these alleged monetary favors that would have taken place between the two, because witness C alleges that Matlala told him that Sibiya specifically wants the transactions to take place in person or in the form of hard cash, not through electronic transfers. And that is the obvious reason behind why the latter cannot be used, because that can be easily traced and easily reflected back on. We hear General Khan's name coming up as well. That relates to the Menlyn apartment that Vusimuzi Cat Matlala owns. We're hearing that the General Khan allegedly would use that apartment from time to time, and we're seeing a number of, I guess, these different transactions that Vusimuzi Cat Matlala was making to other high-ranking SAPS officials, and that includes Major General Richard Shiburi as well being mentioned, who's quite a common theme or feature in these allegations. Now, what is being illustrated here by witness C is that there are several monetary favors that he made, but it seemed that at the time of his arrest he was quite frustrated that here he is in this room now being arrested after making all of these payments to various different high-ranking SAPS officials, and then making a payment through a travel agency allegedly to go to Minister Mchunu's campaign. But now he is arrested and not receiving any of those benefits which he seems to feel entitled to. So that wraps up witness C's testimony. I'm sure there's much more that's going to come out of the Madlanga Commission as it continues with phase 1 of its evidence.
All right, Kenny, thank you very much as always for that comprehensive reportage. That's senior reporter Kenny Mapanga reporting live for us from the Madlanga Commission in Pretoria.